Okay, dear student, at first take my salam. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah. Welcome to all of you to the online class. Dear student, how are you? I think all of you are well by the grace of Almighty Allah. I am also by the grace of Almighty Allah. I am Rafiqul Iqbal, lecturer, Department of Islamic Studies, Milestone College. Dear student, you have already completed Chapter 1, Lesson 1 to 5. Dear student, everybody take your book out please. Dear student, I am again reply, everybody take your book out please. At page 45. At page 45. Dear student, everybody try to underline, try to note down importance line. Dear student, if you face any problem, if you confusion, you can ask me, I am telling answer of the questions. Dear student, I have written some characteristics of Makki and Madani Surah. I have written here, you can see the board. Dear student, you can see the board. Chapter 2, Lesson 4, Makki and Madani Surahs. Characteristics of Makki Surah, characteristics of Madani Surah. Dear student, can you tell me what is the definition of Makki Surah? Okay, dear student, I am telling answer of the questions. Those who are revealed to Makkah is called Makkisura. Those who are revealed to Makkah is called Makkisura. Dear student, can you tell me what is the characteristics of Makkisura? Okay, dear student, I am telling answer of the questions. Dear student, firstly, the characteristics of Makkisura invite to Tawheed and Risalat. Invite to Tawheed and Risalat. Tawheed is Arabic word which means monotheism. Allah is one and only. He does not depend on anyone. Allah the Most High says in the Surah Al-Ikhlas, Qul huwallahu ahad, Allahu samad, lam yalid wa lam yulad. Jannat, description of Jahannam, description of Akhirat, description of life after death. It has been taken in this surah. The characteristics of Makki Surah. Characteristics of Makki Surah introduce of shirk and kufr. Negative impact of kufr. Negative impact of shirk. It has been described in this surah. Makki category surah. Makki category surah is small. Ayat is short. The characteristics of Makki Surah, word is diction, forceful, meaningful. The characteristics of Makki Surah, answer to the various questions, answer to the different question, Mushrik and Kafirs. It has been described in this surah. The Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam tragic end, the biography of all prophets. It has been taken in the surah. The characteristics of Makki Surah, grabbing wealth of orphan, grabbing wealth of orphan, burning alive female children, burning alive female children. It has been taken, described in the surah, Makki category surah. Makki category surah is invited to Ya Ayyuhan Nas. It has been described in the surah, Makki category surah. Makki category surah is contained basic structure, basic discussion, basic instruction of Sharia. It has been described in the surah, Makki category surah. The characteristics of Makki category surah: grabbing wealth, alive female children, contain, explain basic principles of Sharia. Makki category surah, the characteristics of noble character, good character, excellent character. This described in this surah. Makki category surah, verse of forceful, meaningful, verse of short. It has been described in the surah. Dear student, can you tell me what is the definition of Madani surah? Those who rebelled of Medina is called Madani surah. Dear student, can you tell me what is the characteristics of Madani surah? Invite to Ahli Kitab, for example, Jews and Christian. Invite to stray of Ahli Kitab. Characteristics of Madani surah: introduce of nifaq, hypocrisy. The characteristics of munafiq, it has been taken in the surah. The characteristics of Madani surah: personal, domestic, social, national, international, cultural, educational. It has been described in the surah, Madani surah. Personal matters, cultural matters, educational matters. It has been described in this Madani surah. The characteristics of Madani surah: it has been described halal and haram, instruction of Sharia, rules, regulation of Sharia, halal, haram, faroz, wajib, sunnah. It has been described in this surah. The characteristics of Madani surah: it has been basic ibadat. It has been described in this surah, salat, saud, zakat, hajj, etc. Madani surah, the characteristics of Madani surah: it has been described in jail code, penal code, domestic policy. It has been described in the surah. Dear student, you can see the board. Now I am written here the characteristics of Makkisura: preceding prophets and tragic end, grabbing the wealth of orphan, burning alive female children. Grabbing the wealth of orphan, burning alive female children. The diction of the mean are forceful. The characteristics of Madani surah: judicial matters, penal code, jihad, code of law. It has been described in this surah. It has been basic ibadat, salat, saum, zakat, hajj, etc. It has been described in this surah. Rules, regulation of Sharia. It has been described in this surah. Faraj, wajib, halal, haram, etc. Dear student, time is short. Let's me finish today. Allah Hafiz.